Hey guys, welcome back. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves and finding some relaxing time and recharging. You might have noticed I've changed my name to Stacks and Setbacks and got rid of Nothing New. I thought that was just a little bit boring, and Stacks and Setbacks just channels my passion for vintage drag racing. So yeah, new toy, here we go. Massey Ferguson Grey, T20 they call it. So I don't know anything about tractors, I don't know anything about Massey Fergusons. We needed a slasher, and what better way of getting an old vintage tractor to do some slashing, right? So this thing is pretty cool. I love it that it's it's just got that real early hot rod look, right? I mean, it's funny how I never really noticed these before, but just looking at these 19-inch skinnies up front, axle, like it's just pure hot rod, early hot rod stuff. These wishbones or radius rods, real simple stuff. I mean, this thing's a 1954 model, so real basic. Picked it up about a week ago. Runs, drives, stops, actually brakes are really good. Engine seems okay, new radiator, everything works, hydraulics are good. One tyre, unfortunately the guy didn't tell me about this, but one tyre is bigger than the other. So this tyre here is actually a pretty good nick. It's a 1028. The other one is a 1128, so a little bit wider, and it's actually a little bit taller as well, which makes the tractor a little bit lopsided. So I've got to chase up another tyre, which I'll do. Bit of a pain because they are expensive actually. But yeah, look, everything else seems to be like the whole tractor seems okay. I mean, it's a 54 model, so it needs a bit of love, but overall it's pretty good. When I bought the tractor, the guy mentioned that he disconnected the battery when he didn't use it, and I'm thinking, okay, well that's obviously some sort of issue with the charging system. I tested the generator just today and found that it's pretty much just, it's cactus. Pulled it apart, thinking, a bit of a clean up, new brushes, but yeah, that is called, I believe that's the commutator. So these little, I don't know what they're made out of, but these little slots here, these little parts here obviously have the wire connected to them up to the armature. So there were those little bits that were in the actual generator, but there's actually no point in trying to fix that. I personally can't, and I don't think it's worth sending away. You can get these new, I mean, look, that's one thing. They're like, the Massey Ferguson T's are like a Mini or a Volkswagen Beetle or a Mustang. There's just nothing that's not available. I would like to see if I can get a good second-hand one off someone on the forums, on the Facebook. So I'll do that. Hopefully someone may have a 12-volt gen that is in good working order, and I'll whack that back in. In the meantime, I'll order a wiring kit. I'll probably order a voltage reg as well, just because it's in a bit of a crappy spot. It looks pretty old, and why not? So that'll mean that the whole charging system is good to go. But yeah, it's amazing how hot rod-esque the design and engineering is on this old thing. Love the big 19-inch skinnies on it. I am going to put a flapper on this. I'll probably actually increase the height of the exhaust. It is pretty low when you stand, when you sit in the tractor. The exhaust is probably about head height, actually probably a little bit lower, so I'll extend it up so it's above your head. so you don't get fumigated out. I'll put a little flapper on it because, you know, you've got to have a flapper, right? And yeah, looking forward to doing a bit of work on this thing. I mean, it's like I said, it goes, it runs, it actually, I did adjust the throttle yesterday as well, and took it for a spin, and it goes really fast in 4th gear. Synchro in all gears too, believe it or not. So you can actually change on the run. So 4 gears and synchro. It's pretty sweet. I'm really surprised at that. So new generator. I might as well get a new wiring loom for the old girl. The wiring loom, believe it or not, was actually an extension lead, like a household extension lead. So, you know, sure, it would have worked. Well, actually, it did work. I mean, the thing still, you know, runs and drives, but while I'm going through the electrical system, I might as well just replace the wiring loom. You can buy them for about $70. You know, like original sort of vintage style with your cloth wiring cover and everything like that. So why not, right? I'll get a vintage regulator. Sorry, I'll get a voltage regulator as well. And obviously with the new Jenny, she should be good to go. I might detail it a little bit, just channel my OCD and get rid of some of this paint. You know, everything. Obviously they just painted most or everything, to be honest. They've just sort of gone through a massive primer grey spray booth and just dumped the whole lot, which I'm sure most of them do. But yeah, look, I'll give it a clean up, go through it. I've got to change the oil. I think there's a little bit of water in the oil. It's a little bit milky. I reckon there's no flapper on the exhaust, which, you know, clearly you've got to buy a flapper, right? Hopefully the head gasket's all right, but it doesn't seem to overheat. Yeah, so that's the new addition. We'll get this thing up and running pretty soon. Get it out in the paddock, have a bit of a play around. Had a bit of a mess around with the linkage, the throttle linkages yesterday, and man, it was like, I don't know what was going on, but the governor was I don't know, just set low, I guess you might say, and I got this thing hooking. It's actually got synchros in 1st, 2nd and 3rd and 4th, so got it into 4th in the paddock and 4th throttle, and the thing is actually scarily fast, given, you know, I mean, it's a tractor, right? So it's a tractor, a 54 tractor, so can't say it actually obviously handles that well, but it goes super fast for what it is. I mean, I couldn't put it in full throttle, so yeah, cool though. Anyway, so no real updates, just a quick one. No updates on the crew cab. Chassis sitting here patiently waiting for it to come along. I believe it's coming on the 4th of January now, so we'll just hang in there until that arrives. But in the meantime, we'll push on with this old girl. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Again, I hope everyone's having a great break and holiday, and we will see you soon.